argue all day, Dave. I know you're trying to go to bat for Gen X, but you guys are.
You guys, what? You had the drug epidemic or something?
Yeah, the crack epidemic.
You guys were just shooting up left and right.
I am going to fucking murder both of you eventually. At some point, I'm declaring right now, I will murder each and every single one.
The 90s was great, man.
Yeah,
it must have been awesome
yeah.
to like really be an adult living through that. It was fucking awesome.
Only time we had a budget surplus in like a million years.
Bill Clinton was getting blowjobs in office. Like, we were hanging out, man. It was a good time.
All right, you got me. You got me.
I know. We're starting to make sense here.
No, you're not making sense.
We're starting to make sense.
The murder thoughts are running through my fucking head, and I'm trying not to make them public. What's good, all you fuckers out there, and welcome to the very first episode of Respectfully Disrespectful. I am Dave Jari, and with me, as always, is...
Garrett Corder.
What's up, Garrett? And our producer, Casey. What's up, Casey? How you doing today?
Well, good to be back.
Good to be back.
Good to be back.
All right. So, basically what Respectfully Disrespectful is going to be a bunch of topics.
Dude, I can't take you serious with that fucking outfit on right now.
What?
You're Father O'Malley, dude. All right, keep going.
All right. And you got the fucking like mullet going on. So I don't know what are you talking about? You don't like my stash?
I do like your stash.
It's good stash. It's good stash going on right now. All right. So basically what Respectfully Disrespectful is going to be is just a bunch of random topics that we bring up, and you know, whether you are offended by it or not, it's whatever. But we're just going to talk about it.
Respectfully,
you know, with all due respect. So, with that being said, going forward, we are going to be discussing some topics that are going to be a little bit on the border of
risque.
Right. And to start this off, we are going to do a segment that we call Confessions. No way. There's no way. All right. So.
Oh, man.
Confessions.
In case you guys are wondering why he's wearing a priest's outfit right now.
Right. So from here on out, every time we do a confession segment, I will be dressed as Father O'Malley.
Wait, are you Italian or Irish?
It's Father O'Malley.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm not a very good impressionist.
Father O'Malley.
Okay, there you go. All right, that's me. All right. So, our very first confession is from Oklahoma 12.
Oklahoma 12.
Yes. And he says, I masturbate to pictures of my teachers from high school. Okay?
I mean, not too crazy.
No, it's not awful. It's like, I don't know why, but high school that I was in had a ridiculously amount of hot teachers. Unlike my high school back in the 90s, where the average age of our teachers were probably 67.
Yeah, I probably had about one good-looking teacher throughout my entire school career.
I don't know what the fuck happened in my high school.
Yeah, they were all like older ladies.
Yeah. All right, so Oklahoma 12 says, one was a very young 20-something. Others were in their 30s or 40s. Yes, I have that MILF thing going. Okay, I get it. Yeah, we all have a little MILF thing. Like every other hormone raging dirty teenager, I used to imagine I'm having sex with them, or that they're giving me a blow job or hand job, after the class, session. And he says, but imagination quickly becomes boring and not enough. One thing you should know is that my school has an online site. And one of the things that the site is a photo gallery from all of the previous years, for all the bigger events, like, the beginning of the semester, blah, blah, blah.
Basically like
prom.
a yearbook recap, yeah.
Right. So anyways, I used to view these photos vigorously in search of my favorite hotties.
That's a little creepy. That's where it starts. All right, I got you. Keep going. Deep diving through the school yearbook photos is a little crazy.
Yes. Let me just stroke my mustache real quick. And stroke it. So, and when I found all these hotties, I would, you probably guessed it, fap to their pictures of their faces. Okay. It's been a long time since I graduated. Yeah,
I mean, old school.
Yeah,
he's not hitting the the .coms up. He's just old. It's like a magazine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Using your imagination, really.
Right. So it's been a long time since I graduated high school. Hell, I'm about to graduate college now. Wait a minute. Can we just hold on? He's about to graduate college, so he's basically portraying himself as an older gentleman.
Yeah, it's not that long ago,
dude.
It's not that long ago.
22? What?
Graduate college? I don't know. It depends. Is he a doctor?
I don't know.
Could be.
Right. He's still got
a couple years in him.
I'm graduating college as a doctor at fucking 36. But still, from time to time, I like to look through the new photos and do my thing. You know, they still turn me on. I will say, as far as a fetish,
that's
a teacher thing. It's a teacher
thing. Johnny, you've been really bad. You need to stay after class.
Yeah.
Come on. We've all been there.
Wrapping the ruler on a desk.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Listen here, Billy. You've been naughty
I will
in
say,
school.
Deep diving through the school archives is a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I can see where he's coming from, as I stroke my stash.
And take a sip of your...
And take my sip of my subduction.
Apple juice.
Mm-hmm.
That's Father O'Malley. He can't have subduction.
Father O'Malley.
That's the.
So there's the public perception of Father O'Malley, who is a respectable gentleman, and then there's behind the scenes Father O'Malley.
I mean, isn't that? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. We're not gonna get that disrespectful.
Who likes to drink?
I was gonna say, isn't that like almost every priest in?
Are you drinking from the communion wine?
From the communion wine.
Communion wine.
Yes. Hello, altar boy. Can you bring me? All right.
Go.
So anyway, so going back to this little teacher thing. Yeah. So when I was in high school, we did not have a lot of fucking hot teachers. They were all like, I had like 3 teachers probably who had wigs in their late 50s, early 60s, or losing their hair kind of thing.
I remember vividly when in 6th grade, one of our teachers, probably the only attractive one to us at that point throughout my career, when her thong showed when she was writing on the chalkboard.
Wait.
Everyone went nuts.
You had a teacher who had a thong?
Yeah. Everyone went nuts.
What the?
Absolutely nuts. Dude, I swear to God, you would have saw a 6th grader fall out of his chair at that point.
Really?
It was insane.
Okay.
But that's it. All the other ones were like ready to retire. They were miserable. They didn't even want to be there. They were just like, the slightest inconvenience, they just start screaming at the kids. I never had it. And then I had a lot of male teachers too. Was like, there was never, and like nowadays, these kids nowadays, you hear once a month there's a story about a hot teacher banging a kid.
Right.
So
there was one, I would say, when I was in high school, and she was not very perceptive to a young man's advances, I would say.
Wait, you tried?
Of course I tried. I'm a fucking teenage boy, raging fucking hormones, dude. Of course I fucking tried.
Trying is, I mean,
I
understand when the person in the position of power goes for a child. I get that, but you had to have balls to try to pick up your teacher, dude.
What? I mean,
that's not how it usually happens.
How do you start that?
Yeah.
The same way you just flirt.
Dude, as an adult now too, you're probably like, holy shit, imagine what she was thinking. Is this fucking little shit trying to come on to me?
Right.
Like imagine what was going through her mind when you did
Right. No, I mean, like, she was so I did track in high school, right?
Oh God.
What's that?
Like track and field?
I'm just kidding.
What do you mean? Oh, what's that? I did track. Yeah. So I did track and field, and like
is that still a thing in school nowadays?
Yeah,
track and field.
Yeah, it's track and
field. I believe so. Yeah. So she would be like the record keeper, kind of like you know, if you ran like the 100-meter dash, like, oh, how fast did they run it? Blah blah blah.
Did you do the shot put too?
I did. Well, I did the 100-meter. I did the 4x1. I did the shot put, and I did discus.
So you grabbed that ball and you were trying to show out
Like
for her
a
every time.
right.
regular Olympian over there.
Oh, 100%.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
Regular Caitlyn Jenner over
Or
here.
regular Caitlyn Jenner, of course. Yeah. So I was like, oh, my mustache is falling off.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I was like the jack of all trades.
Yeah.
I was a sprinter and I was the like muscle dude. You know what I mean? So, you know, I kind of.
So you could get something heavy
Right.
across a ways if needed.
If needed. Yeah. Right. So
Quickly.
So not to, you know, boast on myself. I kind of had like.
What was the pickup line? What was the attempt?
I don't know what the attempt was. I mean, we're talking 30 fucking plus years ago.
What was your 100-meter dash?
My 100?
Yeah,
My 100-meter? I wasn't very, very fast, but it was like a 9. It was like
the truth comes out.
It was like a 9 something for 100.
I don't even know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think the fastest is like 7 something. So like 2 seconds more than me.
That's pretty good.
Now, so would you be one of the people that accept the fact that, like, you know, you wouldn't be as mad if your son ended up sleeping with his teacher over?
Ooh, okay, here we go. All right, so
Are you going to be one of those people? Or
I got 2 perspectives.
yeah, subduction's hitting, boys.
Yeah.
Father O'Malley's getting a little
Father
loose.
O'Malley's got the fucking the
Communion
subductions.
wine's flowing.
Jesus can't save you tonight.
Jesus can't save you tonight. All right. So I will have 2. All right. Wow. Anyway, rewind. Okay. I do have 2 outlooks on this. Mm-hmm. I have the high school outlook, where obviously I was trying to,
Yeah.
with all my prowess,
Yeah. You didn't feel
Trying to
abused by
seduce-
any means if that happened.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to seduce the teacher/stat
Yeah.
jotter. Okay.
The stat
The
daughter.
scorekeeper.
Yeah,
Right.
the scorekeeper.
Now, as a parent, I can see how that could be perceived as the elder teacher/stat writer.
Wait, did that like motivate you to try harder because the person you're interested in is also the stat person? Like, oh, if I run harder, she's going to be more impressed with my.
Yeah, it had to have. It had to have.
Like-
He
It
was
did.
thinking about it.
It
Wait
did.
until she jots down this fucking 100-yard toss, dude. Oh, she's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Wait until
She's gonna be wet.
Yeah. Wait until she
Thinking
fucking
about
sees this.
My
discus.
prepubescent
I'm gonna
body
fucking-
throwing a disc.
I'm gonna fucking just fucking. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you got that.
Is that why you did track and field, or
I actually did track and field because there was this girl who had huge fucking tits.
I knew it.
Huge tits, and she ran the fucking. She did the hurdles, and she actually got a black eye.
Shut up.
She actually got
no way.
No, she actually got a black eye, not because of her tit.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna say it when she was running.
No, she
came up
kneaded
and hit her.
herself in the face, but enormous fucking tits, and I'm just like, wow.
It's
that's
amazing
impressive.
how young men just will do anything at that age
Right.
for even a chance or a
Right.
glimpse at some
a
tits.
glimpse. Like, oh, maybe there's like going to be a nip slip when
Yeah.
she fucking does the hurdles. Yeah.
That you,
like, can you set the scene? Like, what did your gym attire look like?
So, back in 1992, we had the skin tight, tank tops, right? And we had the short shorts where basically one of your nuts is
hanging out
at least one of your nuts.
Yeah. Did you shower?
Maybe both.
in the locker room.
What do you mean?
Were you a shower before, after gym class kind of guy?
Well, we had to.
They forced you to shower?
Yeah.
I thought that was like in the 70s,
No.
the 80s.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not so much gym, but when you did after school sports,
Yeah.
you had to shower. Especially when you're traveling. If you travel, then you had to shower because nobody wants your fucking stinky ass on the
Stinky ass
fucking
on the
bus.
bus, yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been weird.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let me tell you, this is going on a separate fucking tangent. There was this one guy that we played with, right? And we called him fucking meat. All right? We can all see.
Why did you call him meat?
We can all guess why we called him meat.
I get why you call him meat.
This dude had the most enormous fucking penis I have ever seen in my entire life. So when we took showers after the fucking meets, he was like stall number 1 showering, and there was a huge gap to like stall.
All those poor kids
number 11
didn't want to even go next to him to hurt their ego.
Nobody took
High
a
school's
shower.
already rough enough.
Nobody took a shower next to this dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't
because
either.
you don't want to be compared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm a grower. I'm not a shower. I'm 100% a grower. This dude was a shower, and it was monstrous, just fucking dangling between his fucking legs.
High school's a weird time.
Yeah. Yep. So what was the question? That was the question?
You were wearing skin tight shorts.
Yeah. So this
stretching out.
Yeah.
Hitting the arm waves real quick while she watched.
Yeah. It's like,
So you were dressed to impress. You were running as hard as you could to impress the stat lady.
right. Fuck going to the States. I didn't care about that. I was all about trying to get my noodle wet. 100%.
I do feel the same way with you. It's I feel like a hypocrite saying it, but a high school boy, I don't think it's not abuse at that point where like middle school, even females in high school, it feels like abuse.
Right.
Like if the gym teacher, the hot gym teacher, is trying to pick up younger girls, you're using the position of power 100%. And I sound like a hypocrite because I should say it's still abuse if the female teacher does it too. But I don't know. I think anybody who's been a high school boy at that time, that was always the fantasy, right? That you could bang the hot teacher.
Right. Now 100%. Speaking as a teenage boy, you are 100%. I don't care what anybody says, because I was that boy.
Yeah.
You are 100% trying to pursue whatever.
Yeah, as long as somebody touches you.
Whatever you can put your pee-pee into, right?
We said pee-pee.
Well, I'm wearing my priest collar, so I need to be a little presentable.
The blasphemy that you're talking about this while wearing a priest outfit is insane.
Has to ask for forgiveness after.
No, I can understand now as an adult teacher allowing said 16, 17, 18-year-old boy to pursue you, to allow that, I can see where that becomes questionable.
Well, I think this is a great segue into the news story that just broke this week about Christina Farmella, I think it is. Yeah. Casey, you have the video of the arrest of her lined up?
1 second.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah.
Let's see if we can.
All right, let's go. So, do. Okay, here we go. There it is.
You don't have anything on you? You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need.
Yeah, whatever you need.
100% as a 16-year-old fucking high schooler, I would smash the fucking shit out of her.
I mean,
go ahead and grab out. We're not going anywhere right now.
I never had a teacher that looked like that.
No.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I get it.
Oh, she's with her husband,
you can go
too.
grab your things.
Can you come with me?
Yes. You stay there for right now, sir. Just stay there.
Can you come with me, honey, and talk about how I fucked a teenage boy?
Go ahead.
This is making its round on TikTok.
I wonder what's going through that guy's head now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're even announcing
over here. So
No, yeah.
we do have an investigation going on. We have to talk to you about it at the police department.
Oh, she knows too. She knows exactly.
She knows exactly what's happening right now.
It's not my investigation. I don't know the full details. We do have to bring you there, though. Okay. So I do have to put you in handcuffs and bring you to the police department. Just a down road.
Handcuffs?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
I'm like willing to go with you.
I get it. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to do it that way. So do me a favor. We just take this off.
Can I ask you
Of course, yeah. It's not, like I said, it's not my investigation. Obviously, we're here for a reason. So go ahead and turn around for me.
There's going to be a lot of moms who are out there who are going to disagree with my point of view.
Yeah, same.
So right now you're just being detained, and there is a
Without a doubt.
talk to you at the police department.
But that's also their beautiful baby boys, you know.
Right.
I feel like she's wearing his
So
the
we'll let your
boys.
husband know.
I know. The kill crew. Yeah.
The kill crew. That's
Come
the
to police
boys'
department as well
hoodie.
if you want to wait for you there.
I'm like,
I get it. You have a lot of questions.
so scared.
Yeah, everything's okay. We just need to talk to you at the police department. That's all. Nothing else on your pocket right now? Anything
Got a
else?
nice
My
house.
phone.
Just your phone?
Here.
Okay.
Car. paying teachers good up there.
Yeah.
That's insane. Well,
I need to be a
This
teacher.
car,
What kind of car is that? Is that an Acura?
Once you get to the police department,
What is that?
you'll talk to the detective and he'll explain everything to you.
It's got a nice ass house and a fucking
yeah,
Acura.
and you just threw your
At the moment,
life away over a relationship
It's an
with a
investigation. That's all I can really tell you.
baseball
right now.
player.
Sorry. I wish I could tell you more.
Excuse me, is
Oh,
my
soccer?
husband coming with?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, your husband's coming.
We're staying in touch with him. We're just going to Downers Grove, so 10 minutes away.
No, I know, but I really would prefer that my husband's with me.
Of course.
God, that's insane.
Am I in trouble? Like I'm so lost right now.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
I'm sure you are. Like I said, I can't answer any questions.
He said, I'm sure you are.
Right now, you're being detained for an investigation.
Yeah, usually the cops don't really say much.
No, I mean, well, he's not.
Yeah.
He's leaving it.
Oh, no. This dude's like, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, here comes the tears.
I'm just going to put your seatbelt on. Unless, are you able to reach it down there?
So I saw this on TikTok,
Sure you don't want a tissue or something?
and
I feel like I'm gonna
they
throw
also
up.
posted the text messages
Yeah.
because the mom ended up finding the text messages in the boy's phone. That's
okay.
how this all happened.
Yeah.
And the text messages are pretty ridiculous.
Really?
Like, yeah, she was 100% all about this.
The aggressor, or
Huh?
was she the aggressor, or was she just?
Yeah. Well,
kinda
I mean,
like
it was
going
him
on?
too. He
Yeah.
was definitely feeding into.
That's
it
what
too.
I'm saying.
But she was saying things like, "Oh my God, it was so nice seeing you after school today."
Yeah.
You know, all the stuff that every kid at that age wants to hear.
Yeah.
But I do think we're gonna get a little like, "Hey, abuse is abuse," and I get it. It's just as being that age, I see
Right.
it different. And
See-
I sound like a hypocrite too because if that happened to my daughter,
Oh, we're fighting.
I'm not trying to sound like a tough guy, like, oh, I'd go and beat the shit out of that teacher. No, I'm just going to kill him. I'm going to kill him and then walk away.
Yeah.
My wife can handle the kids. She'll be fine. I could never. I would lose my mind. It just I know it
As
sounds
a daughter,
hypocritical.
yes,
Yeah, but
yeah.
it
Yeah. I get it.
it seems like such like a lot more of a abuse at that point.
Right. Yeah. And you know, like I said before, as a high school student, 17, 16, whatever, you know, you're 100% trying to fuck anything you can try to fuck.
Yeah.
But as an adult,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you got no business talking to a
Right.
kid that's under 18. I mean, even 18, 19.
you're
is-
20
it's still-
you're
it's still
20
creepy
something
up.
years old,
Bill
you're
Belichick's
married.
girlfriend is
you
like
know.
she looks like a kid at this point.
Well, I mean, I hung out with somebody younger.
Oh, yeah.
Not younger than 18, Dave. Watch yourself as you have your priest outfit.
No, not younger than 18. No.
But what do we know about her? What ended up? She obviously got charged.
Yeah.
They found text messages.
She's released on bail right now. They found text messages. She's gonna end
Is
up
she
getting
married?
charged. Yeah, she's married. That's her husband.
Yeah.
That was her
that guy
husband,
in the car.
And she was asking for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
She was seen.
She probably ruined a perfect, or
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
marriage, but
The husband's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I'm pretty sure if you can look this up, she was married they got married like a month ago. Like there's pictures in their wedding and all that other stuff too.
wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So completely just threw it away.
What did she
for-
teach?
She is a soccer coach
She's soccer coach and a special ed
and a special ed
teacher.
So wait, was this kid like?
He was on the soccer team.
No, he was on the soccer team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Go.
All right.
Yeah, wait. What are you gonna say? That was the kid in the special ed class?
No.
because that's
Is that
bad.
No, no, no,
That
no, no,
deserves-
no, no,
You
no.
deserve to
That's
rot
why I
in hell.
asked because
No,
I don't
no.
know about it. So
We talked about this earlier. Why would you, as a school district, whatever, you hire a teacher and you trust a teacher, blah blah blah. They're supposed to have integrity, all this other kind of stuff. But why would you put a 20-something-year-old smoking hot female
I don't know. I mean,
as the
You can't blame
men
it
as
because
the
she
boys' soccer coach?
you can't say that though because like just because
You
someone
can't say
looks
that, but listen,
attractive doesn't. I know. I get
Going
it.
back to what I'm saying,
it. I'm with
as a
you.
16, 17-year-old boy,
But you expect
You
that
are,
woman
like-
has some standards. And
you don't
like,
care, right? You don't care about the fucking soccer. You're staring at your fucking coach.
Yeah.
Like, God.
I bet you a lot of kids in that class were like, I don't think I'll try soccer out.
Yeah.
They were like, they never played before
Right.
in their life.
Guaranteed.
You got the
soccer
basketball team trying to come
participation
play soccer.
went up a fucking 1,000,000%. 100%.
So are you saying that there shouldn't be any female soccer coaches
For males?
For men?
At
Or
that
for males?
age?
Yeah.
Well, Gertrude can come teach soccer. You know what
I mean, yeah.
Gertrude can come hang out.
Yeah, we had a gym teacher, Miss I think she's dead now, but anyway, Miss Combis. Okay, clearly not the male.
Not the male gaze. If,
Not the
you
male
would be polite.
gaze, right? Sure, whatever. Coach soccer, I don't care.
Now,
But if you're putting a 20-something out coaching boys soccer, you're asking for fucking danger.
it is interesting too that it was normally you hear these stories and it's always he tells his friends and his friends that it's always like
100%.
It always gets around
yeah.
the school and that's how it gets caught.
As soon as you get a fucking blowjob, you're like, yo!
But he kept it secret. His mom had to find the text messages
Really?
on the phone.
Okay.
How old was the kid?
15, 16? I think 15.
15. Yeah.
So, but he kept it a secret. It took the mom going through his phone to find out what was going on.
Let's
yeah.
devil's advocate. If this were the 1700s, 15 is perfectly legal, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong here? Or what's going on?
Obviously, the issue isn't so much. I mean, this is an issue of age, but she's also his teacher. So
Yeah,
even
it's-
if he had been 18,
A
or
position
whatever,
of authority.
Yeah.
It's a position of authority problem, yeah.
Look at Casey always being the devil's advocate.
That's
No,
God.
just-
That's the voice of God for us.
Yeah.
When we start getting off track.
Oh, Casey. Yeah, very good. So this also brings up the fact. Okay, all right. So you got this dude. All right, let's focus in. So we got the guy who jerks off to teachers in his school.
Yep.
Nowadays, after the fact, right? Then we got this 20-something-year-old soccer coach / special ed teacher who's banging one of her soccer students.
Yep.
What about the one in Indiana who only wanted to bang her students if they wore a screen mask? Like she basically had a gangbang with 3 of her students.
And they all wore screen masks?
And they all
wait,
wore...
I did see this. This was like a month ago,
yeah.
right?
And they all wore screen masks.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Right. That's a whole other level of fucking
that's-
wildness, right?
Well, I remember the trend in around last Halloween. There was a weird trend with like dudes wearing screen masks on TikTok, and like, it definitely went around.
Right.
That's wild that she went that
Yeah.
far.
She was like, I'm only going to fuck you, but you got to wear a screen mask.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah.
You're not doing the voice.
You're not doing the voice. Do the voice right. Oh my God. You're so silly. Oh my God. Can you just do the voice? God.
Dude, I love how we open the show with talking about having sex with kids, and you're wearing a fucking priest outfit.
Hey.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Hey,
Hey,
there you go.
respectfully.
Respectfully. Going forward, every single confession segment that we have
Yeah, you're wearing that. There's no
is going
way.
to be with the collar.
You're gonna have to actually
100%.
grow a proper mustache because we're losing the
Yeah,
prop.
we're losing the stash.
Oh, is it? Oh, wait. Hold on.
You could actually pull off the priest look.
Could I?
Yeah. You look very Ned Flanders with a priest.
My
but-
uncle was a priest for
Oh,
35 years.
He's going to love this episode.
No. Well, no, he's not because he's dead.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, he's looking down on us.
Yeah, looking down, Father.
Oh, yes.
What are the ones that use the snakes and they're like talking tongues and stuff? That seems like a fun church.
Born
to go
again?
to. No, is it? I don't know.
Born again.
I thought it was like Baptist, Southern Baptist or something like that.
Born
like,
against
run
talking
around.
tongues.
What's the one where like they hit you with the wave of the Holy Spirit and they all fly up in their chairs and they run around?
I think it's born again.
I think
I had to date, like when I was in 8th grade, I dated this girl, right? And her parents said if I were to date their daughter, I had to go to church.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a coworker that had to do that.
Yep. And it was a born again Christian church. And I went as a 13-year-old. And let me tell you, there was this person sitting next to me, just jumped up in the middle of the fucking
Got the Holy Spirit
sermon
ghost.
or whatever. Got the Holy Spirit. It was like, started like rambling a bunch of fucking nonsense, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I always thought being born again, though, is just a term where, like, when you sinned and had a bad life and then you found God later in your life and then...
No. That is the basis of it.
Yeah.
But
So
born agains...
But I don't think there's a born again church.
No.
I think it's an actual...
When you're saved as a born again,
Yeah.
you get the gift of speaking to God.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Interesting.
From what I understand.
I could get down on going to like one of those super churches or one of those like ridiculous churches where they throw the Spirit. I would just have a fun time. It sounds like it would be fun.
No.
To watch people fly and when they get all excited and they run around in circles and shit. It makes me die laughing.
They're like, whoa!
The whole pew just gets wiped out. They're
Yeah.
like, oh!
That would be a good time.
It would.
It would be a good time.
Maybe respectfully disrespectful live streams at one of those churches. That'd be fun.
Respectfully.
We could get into it. Respectfully.
Respectfully. Yeah.
Dave, as a priest,
Yes. As
do-
Father Jari.
since you're a priest, do
Father
you,
Jari.
No, it's Father O'Malley.
Oh, Father Ojari.
do you think celibacy has anything to do with
I think
Yes.
I think celibacy as anybody.
I can't even take you serious.
Celibacy as anybody is
The only way?
the fucking idiotic way. We're human. We're you know what I mean?
Well, do you think it contributes to the issues with the church?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're not surrounded by women in the church.
I thought priests.
You're surrounded by children.
Yeah, but isn't there like why go for the church? Like why when you're finding your niche? Like why go for a church that doesn't allow you? Like there's some pastors that have
Yeah.
wives and stuff. And
There's
then
priests that can-
There's priests that can still get married.
Because here's the thing.
It's the ones that can't that always have
The
the problems.
Catholic Church is like, as a priest, you have to give up something, right? You have to sacrifice
Yeah, but it's usually having
to
children. right?
show your devotion to the fucking Lord.
That doesn't
You
sound
live
like
as
a-
God or Jesus lived.
Right.
That doesn't,
Right.
Sounds good.
Jesus was a carpenter. And all the fucking carpenters that I know are fucking savage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
I don't know.
carpenter union ain't really. They're not abiding by the
I don't
God's
know.
law.
My brother's a carpenter, so
Hey, yo, Mary Magdalene, get over here.
yeah.
They're just
Hey
catcalling.
yo,
Hey.
hey, you know. So I don't know.
They got that union
But-
laugh.
Yeah. He's like,
Shorty had a dump truck.
yeah. No offense. Respectfully.
All right,
Come up on the altar, have some wine and
Yeah.
some bread.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Yeah, Boston Catholics are the best.
Yeah. So
All right.
anyway.
Yeah, let's wrap
Where are we
this up.
going? Where are we going
Where are we
with
going with this?
I don't
I
know.
think. Wait, we have any questions? We have any mail calls? I thought we were bringing mail call over this podcast.
Oh, we do. We do.
Oh.
All right. Here we go.
Are we doing Mac?
Yeah, we're doing mail
Yeah.
call.
All
baby.
right. Here we go. It's very. Hey, this is the very first episode of Respectfully Disrespectful.
It'll get dialed in, all right?
It'll get dialed in eventually.
So, so do you want to
Yeah.
you know, tell us to take a few Hail Marys and
Yeah.
All right. So
you're gonna forgive us for our sins?
before we jump into mail call, I want you to say 4 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys, and I don't know what the hell else they do, but yeah, do those. And drink some holy water because we're about to go into mail call.
And yeah, we'll start with this one, an audio.
Oh, we're not doing the mail call intro?
I didn't put it in.
Fucking motherfucker, Casey.
Listen. Remember when I always joked
We've been
about,
here for 7 hours. You didn't put it in the mail call intro?
Remember when I
see it.
joked about how this podcast is like top of the line? We have marble
Yeah.
floors in our studio.
Right.
We have producers.
I
we have a lighting
really
guy.
need to fucking piss.
All right, well, we can pause it
Figure
there.
this out because I gotta fucking go to the bathroom so fucking bad.
Mail call. Mail call.
All right, so I just had to take a piss real quick. Have you ever like cut your piss short, but a little bit too short,
And a
where
few
you-
dribbles getting the.
and you kind of like pissed your pants a little bit?
Yeah.
No,
It's the word. No, yeah. 100%,
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
The after dribbles.
the after dribbles, yeah. So all right, so we're back into regular attire
Yeah.
here for Respectfully Disrespectful. All right, so we're gonna go into mail call. Who do we got for mail call? We got a video. We got an audio.
We got an audio.
Okay, here we go.
I'll play that now.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, I gotta turn it up.
Hi, I'm Gypsy, and this is a question for Dave.
Okay, Gypsy. Hi, Gypsy.
Who didn't put me up to this mail call at all, but I got some mail here.
All right,
And
give
I
it
wanted to pull the curtain back a little bit on your off-air life and actually touch on your eating habits.
Okay.
So folks that maybe follow your Instagram from the show or know you are aware of your weight loss journey, glow up. And we've seen you consuming everything from little cups of liquidized buffalo chicken and other shot glasses of atrocities. So my question is about,
don't forget Worcestershire,
in your journey of learning how to prepare food, probably in healthier ways or just eating better. I would love to know if you had a last meal, a death row dinner request, but it could only consist of human flesh.
Ooh.
What body parts would you consume? And how would you prepare it?
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
Because, you know, I'm hearing that Korean barbecue is pretty popular. And that tells me that those guys need to go slow and low. So let me know.
Slow and low.
Can't wait to hear your answer.
All right, okay.
Thank you.
Ooh, all right, Gypsy. All right. Can we just cut this, right? Can we cut to a picture right here? Let's go right there.
Yeah, Dave hung Gypsy up on the wall.
I hung Gypsy up on the wall. That's my autographed personal photo of Gypsy Manette right there.
Next to Ed Kemper.
Next to Ed Kemper. And Albert the Skull.
Who's been around since the first
there we go.
episode of Criminal AF.
There's Gypsy right there. Wait, which way am I going? Oh, there I am, right there. There she is. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Can I just say, I'm just going to say this right now. As somebody who's on Garrett's Ring camera. That Gypsy is, I don't fangirl much, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't fangirl much.
Okay.
However, I fangirl over Gypsy.
Yeah, you hung her picture up on our
of course
podcast
I did.
wall.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Of course I did. Yeah. I don't know. There's just, I don't know. She's just an amazing person. All right. So to answer your question, Gypsy. So I think we discussed this before. I am 100% going to do either the ass or the thigh, right?
Yeah, we've definitely talked about cooking human remains.
Right.
Yeah.
Preferably the ass. The ass has a good chunk of meat.
Yeah. I think
the gluteus maximus.
I for sure use the butt bone and the ham hock.
No, we talked. Yeah.
And make the split piece soup.
You're gonna do the split tea. Yeah.
Split piece soup for sure. It would go down.
No. I'm at a crossroads.
Oh my God, I just thought of something.
What?
You do candied bacon on the hanger.
Wait.
Like, you know how, like, pork belly fat?
Yep.
Human belly fat.
Okay.
Hung up on hangers, on a clothesline hanger, brown sugar candied bacon. But human candied bacon. Ooh. Right? Nice little sear.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Close hanger.
I see where you're going.
Yep.
I see where you're going.
Heat light comes on the table, served table side with a heat light.
Yep. I do like that. However, I was thinking of a couple different variations. You can never, ever go wrong with Cajun. Right? Don't give it, no, fuck you. Fuck you. Casey? Cajun?
Sure.
Yeah, Cajun's, it's always good,
I
right?
eat everything.
Cajun's only good with seafood.
You're smoking hot
Like a Cajun
garbage
crab
right now.
boil or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm good. Let me put it on cracker on that dough. Like,
All right. So, to answer Gypsy's question,
you're gonna make a Cajun human boil?
nope. I'm going to smoke the ass, right? But I'm going to marinate it in sriracha, oyster sauce, and this stuff called hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. It's hoisin.
Hoisin?
hoisin.
Yeah, it's you're like you can buy them at the Asian markets and stuff.
Right, Korean barbecue. Yeah.
Pretty much Korean barbecue.
So sriracha, oyster sauce, hoisin, and I'm just going to let that marinate for a little bit. I'm going to batter it in a little bit of corn flour, and then I'm going to fucking fry it up.
You know what I was just thinking about too? Beef tartare.
Yep.
I don't understand it. I don't get why. Because now I'm thinking of human tartare, right?
Yep.
It's like, why do people eat raw beef when you can cook it? I don't understand what the whole thing is about tartare. Like, it's probably the grossest thing in the world. That I would rather eat smoked human hoisin sauce Korean barbecue over eating raw beef.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Well, the thing with beef, it's the least.
Well,
what word am I looking for? What am I like with chicken? You're gonna get some sort of disease if you don't cook it properly, right?
Yeah, but you can do that with beef too.
No, beef is pretty hardy. I have a friend who scoops raw ground beef onto a cracker and eats it.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I get it though because I know somebody who when they're cooking, like if they do white people taco night, call back.
Oh, can we
call back to older episodes?
Yeah.
When they do white people taco night, while they're like cooking the ground beef, they just take chunks and they eat chunks of raw beef while they're cooking, which is that would make me throw up.
Should we go into the cultural appropriation of white people taco night? No. Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's okay. Anyway, going back to Gypsy's question, 100%, I would probably either do Cajun, or I would cook it up in a little bit of sriracha, a little bit of oyster sauce, a little bit of hoisin, and get a little Korean barbecue going. Absolutely,
I like it. I'm doing clothes hanger bacon, candied bacon.
I'm doing the butt too, because I like to eat butt. No, nobody else.
Why'd you look at me?
Why'd you look at Casey? I like to eat butt.
Because I was making eye contact.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Gypsy, for your
there she is.
mail call.
Gypsy, right there. Right there. Gypsy. There she is on the wall. All right. So what do we? What's the matter, Garrett?
You had a.
No, I'm fine.
You good?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
All right. So next topic, because I want to ask you, because you've Dave. So for those who don't know, Dave has been looking at homes lately. Dave's buying a house in the worst time probably
I am in the market.
to ever buy a house. Dave is going to buy a house.
Right.
So
Yep.
Question for you.
Yep.
Have you found anything you like? Have you seen anything good?
I found things that I've liked, but I've also found things that I will never fucking pay a penny on.
And they want like $300,000, $400,000.
Right. So I went to an open house yesterday, and open house was a ranch style house. I don't know if everybody across our little spectrum of listeners know what a ranch house is, but it's basically a single level home, right?
Hey, you walk in, you got an upstairs and a downstairs.
Right. You walk in, and basically everything's on your main level. You got your kitchen, your living room. You go down the hallway, and there's all your bedrooms, your bathrooms, blah, blah, blah. You have a basement, and you go downstairs. There's your little basement area, and then a little attic space, right? This house is $300,000, okay? And I walked in, and the living room was probably about the size of the studio. I don't know if anybody's really seen the studio before, which isn't very big. Okay.
No, this is a bedroom size room.
Right.
For sure.
Right. So then I walked to the kitchen, which is the open floor plan. So the kitchen basically is part of the living room. So it really wasn't much to look at. It was a counter space with a stove and a fucking sink. And I'm like, okay. Walk down probably 7 feet, which is about 2 meters for all you outside of United States people. And there's 3 bedrooms. One of them is less than the size of this studio, and 2 other bedrooms, quote unquote, is probably the size of a walk-in closet.
And they want $300,000
on less than a quarter acre of land, right? No basement.
It's all one level.
It's slab. It's a house on top of a fucking concrete slab.
Garage? No.
One car garage.
Yeah, the price of housing is just insane.
$300,000. 5 years ago, this house would have been $125,000.
Without a doubt.
Tops.
Without a doubt.
Now it's $300,000.
Does it discourage you right now? Are you gonna like wait, or are you just gonna the first house that you see that's actually in that price range, you're gonna be like, you're gonna grab?
I'm not jumping at anything, no, because I'm still living 5 years ago. I'm still in that 5 years ago mind frame where houses were like
somewhat affordable,
priced, according to what they were fucking worth, kind of thing. But I don't know. I'm going to another one tomorrow. It's $320,000. But this one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
You showed me pictures.
Raised ranch. Yeah. Kind of like a finished basement with a little kitchen. It's got the main kitchen upstairs and like a little mini kitchen downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 320. A little bit more bang to the buck, I could say. But 320, I don't know. I'm not sold on the prices right now. But I can see where this is going, because back in 2008-ish area, we had the whole housing crisis collapse, right?
You know what's funny about that? I don't even remember that.
No?
Like I was old enough to go through it, but I didn't know my parent I don't remember the housing crisis
so
the way
basically,
that an adult would have remembered it at that point.
The housing costs, the housing prices went up considerably over a short period of time. So a $200,000 house, within 8 months was now $500,000 to $600,000. It skyrocketed.
Kind of like it's doing now,
right? But banks were just fucking throwing out money left and right. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's money. Blah blah blah. Money. Right. So then we had the housing crash. Right. So people who bought houses during that time are now so far underwater.
Yeah.
They can't fucking do anything with their house because they owed way too much on their house. Right. So now housing prices are starting to go up again. Go up. But they're protected. Right? Because of this fucking law that they passed back in 2008, which protects the banks from losing all this fucking money. And I know
Casey wants to step in so bad.
And I know Casey wants to fucking chime in because Casey's all into that fucking shit. So go ahead, Casey.
No, obviously, yes, you want to protect the banks because the banks lend out money to keep the economy going. So, and you also want to protect the people who are taking out loans from the banks from doing bad things like buying houses they can't afford. Because if you get enough people...
Like a $300,000 house with no fucking basement?
If you get enough people who take out...
With an 8% interest rate, too. Don't forget that.
If you get enough people who take out a bad... or you get enough people who take out a bunch of mortgages who can't afford to pay those mortgages, especially if they adjust, then you get what happens in 2008. And the whole housing market crashes, which ideally you don't want. You want what happened after World War II. You want housing to just steadily go up. Yep. But right now, it's more of an inventory problem. You have a lot of people that want houses. The demand is usually always there, and there's not a lot of houses available on the market, which is making the houses that do go on the market cost more.
Right, because people who bought their houses back 6, 7, 8 years ago got an interest rate of 2%.
2-3%.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody wants to rebuy at an 8% interest rate, 7% interest rate.
So nobody wants to to sell their house and to rebuy a house at 6, 7, almost 7% interest rate.
Yeah, and even if you really do want to sell your house, it's really hard to jump out of a 2 or 3% rate, get a new house, and then jump into, a 6 or 7%
Right.
rate.
Yeah.
And so it's.
So basically, the supply is a lot bigger than the demand.
No, the demand
The demand is higher than the supply.
We
So
had,
it is driving the prices higher.
yes, we had an inventory shortage, and even building houses, the cost to just build houses, the materials and everything that goes into it.
Right, because you have to import
A lot
certain
of,
lumbers
a lot of stuff
and
gets
whatnot.
imported, and also, wages have to keep going up for the
Right.
folks that have those skills, and there's a whole generation of people who are coming into the workforce without those skills, so they're depending more on people with those skills, which causes their demand to go up.
Fucking Gen.
And
What are they? Gen
the cost
Zs?
of- yeah.
No, I mean, Gen
Gen
Z's entering the workforce now, but
Gen Zs have no skills.
So the moral of this is everyone needs to go to trade school. We need to stop tariffing other countries so that imports are as affordable as humanly possible to the consumer. And we just got to keep building until we have enough inventory to make it so that Jari can buy a house.
Right. So,
Jar.
we're going to discuss this more after I go to the bathroom. However, when we come back, we're going to talk about the Gen Zs.
So you like to listen to people talk about crime, but did you ever wonder why criminals do the things they do? Like what makes them tick? My name is Debbie, and I'm the professor at True Crime University. Join me in the classroom Thursdays, wherever you get your podcasts, for intellectual discussions about crime, psychology, and why criminals do what they do. See you there.
You left, you got up, and you were like, Gen Z doesn't have any work skills. I disagree with you. I think Gen Z is doing it right.
Okay, doing it right.
What are they doing right?
Okay, show me.
So,
Tell me.
my honest opinion is,
Yep.
I think...
Oh, shit. I just jizzed all over my fucking pants. All right, go ahead.
I think Gen Z
Yep.
saw, right, their older brothers, maybe their parents, if
Sisters?
millennials had them younger, whatever. I think
Okay.
they saw millennials be told, oh, jump into the college, go to college, go get your degree, go jump into the workforce. And they see that all these millennials are just miserable and working these, are just slaves to jobs, and they're not happy. They bought homes, right? They were lucky enough to buy homes, and they fell in the same trap that Gen X.
Gen Zs are not
did.
buying homes.
No, I know
They're
that.
not
I'm
having
saying
kids.
Millennials are
They're not
next.
having fucking...
I know, and I think it's because they watched that generation before just fall into that trap.
Well, it's really because they just can't afford it.
That too.
Yeah,
Millennials
I mean,
can't even afford homes either, or anything like that.
I mean, it's
All right.
insane how expensive things are.
I'm just saying that I think that they're realizing I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to I don't want to be forced into a marriage, forced into a kid.
Yeah, they want the freedom of travel. They see the Instagram influencers traveling the world and
it's
everything.
getting out of that corporate 9 to 5, which we need. I know we need it. Like still need people to go to these jobs and stuff like that. But I kind of like
we need people to pick up a hammer and hit a nail. And,
right.
But also
we need people who
nobody
know how
wants
to
to get up in
fucking
the morning and roof. Nobody wants to do that job. Would you want to do that job?
I've done it.
I know. And would you want to go back?
I've done it. It's an experience in life that I've done.
I
don't know.
I kind of like
I don't know.
the boycott almost. I like it.
Until you need it.
Of course. When I
Yeah.
need to get my roof done at my house. But I don't know. I don't see the big thing. Listen, Gen Z. Any Gen Z listeners, I'm on your side. Fuck the establishment. All right, switch it up. Throw the wrench in the. Go become an Instagram influencer. All right, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Who needs to learn how?
Become a social media fucking icon.
Start a podcast.
Sure.
Start a
everybody
podcast
can. You know
and
what?
just fucking hang out.
Every OnlyFans fucking creator fucking makes millions of dollars. Go do that.
No, not
Show me
everyone.
your fucking titties.
Not everyone.
Yep. Go do it.
Not everyone.
No.
Honestly, though, would you want I know you love your boys. Would you honestly want your kid to just be in a blue collar rough job? You see the guys that we work with that come in during outages.
No,
they're decrepit in their own handicap spots, and they're like 40 years old.
I
They're
want
all fucked up.
I want my kids to start their own business, have skills to do that business.
I'm not sure where I saw this source, so
Okay.
it might not be true. But they said that Gen Z is prepared to be the richest generation of all time.
You know what?
And
That's great.
That's
right.
normal.
And you know what?
Well, yeah, the boomers are dying off, and the money's going to go to
so,
them. And
but-
yeah, I get that whole act.
Yeah,
But who
Why don't the millennials get skipped? We got skipped completely.
No, we didn't get skipped. We'll be the wealthiest
Why do you keep grabbing your dick on the fucking screen, man? Well, you're like jerking off over in the fucking YouTube.
You know,
we will eventually be, and yeah, now you're for the dual shot.
Oh, sorry.
We'll be eventually the wealthiest generation. The next generation will eventually be the wealthiest generation, and so on and so forth.
Of all time, though. That's what
I mean, I would think that as time goes on, like that money will be worth more. And
very true.
So I don't know.
I'm with you.
I don't know. I'm still in the fucking like earn your shit.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, look, the millennials definitely got the brunt of it. We have what, like a zillion recessions and
we went every
pandemics,
3 years.
all this other stuff. You guys had it made.
You guys had it made.
Yeah, we had it made. Yeah, okay, we had it made.
So what if you got beat your ass?
The boomers.
We got our ass beat.
The boomers, you could buy a house with lunch money.
Right.
You know, like
We got our ass beat.
Dude,
plus we had to figure out our own shit by ourselves while our parents weren't even fucking in the household.
They wheeled a TV in when I was in 4th grade into the front of the class, and we watched 3,000 people die in school in 4th grade. And they're like, "All right, guys, you're all set. Go home."
War on terror.
We saw it all. The war on the corruption, everything. We were like, "That's."
Oh, but
we still, and you know what's annoying? We still jumped in that.
What is it? The silent generation went through a depression and a dust bowl or.
Oh, I'll argue all day, Dave. I know you're trying to go to bat for Gen X, but you guys are.
You guys, what? You had the drug epidemic or something.
Yeah, the crack epidemic.
You guys were just shooting up left and right.
I am going to fucking murder both of you eventually. At some point, I'm declaring right now, I will murder each and every single one.
The 90s was great, man.
Yeah,
it must have been awesome to like really be an adult living through that. It was fucking awesome.
Only time we had a budget surplus in like a million years.
Bill Clinton was getting blowjobs in office. Like, we were hanging out, man. It was a good time. Oh, that's funny.
All right, you got me. You got me.
I know. We're starting to make sense here.
No, you're not making sense.
We're starting to make sense.
The murder thoughts are running through my fucking head, and I'm trying not to make them public. Anyway, all right, this fucking died down really fucking quick.
This podcast is unusable.
So we're talking about generations here. So you were actually talking about Gen X.
Yeah.
At work the other day.
Yeah, not lasting long.
Not being able to be a fucking little stallion in the fucking sack.
Upset about that.
Let me tell you, I don't know.
Dave got upset.
Okay.
I think it hit home too.
All right.
No, it's true. Gen X, baby boomers, those guys, any of the older generation, they didn't have this easy access to porn or, basically in their phone. And you guys grew up in your sexual awakening reading Playboys, right? Right? Am I wrong or am I right?
It was Cosmos,
Playboys, National Geographic.
National Geographic.
you were getting a hint at a chick with a whole bunch of rings and a...
with the saggy titties.
Dude, it was all imagination and excitement.
Yeah.
So the one time that
I fucking whacked off to so many National Geographics.
Correct.
You have no idea.
A lot of them, that's a very common thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Yep.
But when you eventually did end up snagging a girl, the excitement, the excitement was real. I think the reason why that stat came out, that the younger generations last longer in bed, is because ever since I was in 4th grade, I had the internet in my access, or that generation in general. You were desensitized to that stuff. Dude, imagine if you were whacking off to National Geographic and then you had a blowjob for the first time. How long do you think you're going to last?
All right. So, hear me out. The first time you got a blowjob, regardless if you watched it on Pornhub or on fucking whatever.
Yeah.
First time you got a blowjob, how long did you last?
I don't know. God, not that fast.
Okay.
Of course, it's your first couple times.
Okay. So your second blowjob, how long did you last?
A little bit longer.
Okay, and then third, and then fourth, and then fifth, blah, blah, blah.
It built, but
right.
I'm just
so
saying,
it has nothing to do with what you grew up on.
I'm saying, though, statistically, it's like time.
Statistically? What? Come on. Fisher's Island. Come on, talk to me.
It makes sense. That's all I'm saying, is why they said that older generations don't last as long in bed. It makes sense. I get where that
zero
It's
bearing.
okay. It's okay. I know we're ganging up on you.
Oh wait, all right. I'm physically going to assault you because it has nothing to do with what you grew up on or what you watched.
I think so. I think
it has to go.
Is
no,
desensitization.
no.
Desensitization.
I can watch porn all day long.
Yeah.
Even now, even today, right? Like this day, right now, I could watch porn.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, well, you know, be like, fucking racking off to it.
It's not usable.
And fucking blow my load, right?
Yep.
But if I'm having sex, I have 50 fucking years worth of experience.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay? So I'm not going to come as fast as I would as if I was like fucking jerking off. All right?
I don't know.
Because
it's
the actual experience, right? So regardless if you grew up whacking off to fucking...
Spoken like a true Gen X.
I'm going to fucking murder you. I will punch you in the face. I'm not even kidding. So it doesn't matter if you grew up watching or looking at Cosmopolitan or fucking National Geographic or watching actual fucking YouTube videos or whatever the fuck you're doing. The actual experience is what matters.
Agreed. To an extent.
Okay, so what is your point then?
No, my point is I think when you get desensitized by things at a young age, it's not as exciting. So you already have that immunity built up than the first time that you got a glimpse of a boob on TV.
Well, contrary to what you're saying, I think the access to Pornhub and SpankTube and all this other kind of shit.
SpankTube? I never heard of SpankTube.
You never? Oh, well, you need
that must be a new one. SpankTube.
You need to step up your game then.
SpankTube.
All right. To have access to all these fucking like sites actually sensitizes you to the experience.
Really?
Yeah.
You can look at it that way, I guess, but I don't know.
Because you're expecting like a certain.
Yeah. So when you expect that and it doesn't happen your first time, it's kind of like, well, this is kind of boring.
Right. Yeah.
You're not as excited as you would have when you were at home watching SpankTube.
But you're still gonna fucking blow your fucking load just as early.
Very true.
Yeah. I don't know where this conversation is going.
Yeah, no, neither do I.
However, Casey, you have anything to add?
I have nothing.
You have nothing. Because Casey doesn't add sexual content to this episode.
No, not at all. It's the voice of God. He doesn't do that. What do you think, Vanessa?
Vanessa? I fuck Vanessa.
All right.
So, closing out this episode of Respectfully Disrespectful. Hopefully we didn't disrespect too many people. But if we did, respectfully. No offense. Signing off.
From Studio Chloroform.
I'm Dave Jari.
I'm Garrett Corder.
And I'm Casey Moore.
We're out of here. See ya!